The first crack in my world wasn't the sound of glass breaking or a shouted accusation. It was the roar of applause. My retirement party was in full swing, a blur of faces and laughter under the warm glow of the banquet hall chandeliers. I'd spent 40 years in the company, surviving layoffs, mergers, and bosses who couldn't find their own offices without directions. Tonight was supposed to be the one moment that was undeniably mine. A clean ending. A quiet victory. But when my wife, Elena, stepped onto the stage, clutching the microphone with the stiff grip of someone holding back a storm, the air shifted. Even the clatter of forks seemed to hesitate. "I have an announcement," she said, her voice quivering, not with fear, but with resolve. My heart lurched. I expected a heartfelt tribute, maybe an embarrassing story. Instead, she exhaled, and her next words sliced clean through the room. "I'm filing for divorce." A gasp rippled through the tables. My stepkids, her children from her first marriage, looked at each other, grinned, and actually cheered.
Cheered.
That was the moment the world tilted. Not when she said the word divorce, but when I heard their laughter. Someone thrust a pen toward me. A printed packet lay open on the podium. Elena didn't look at me, not really. She stared through me, her eyes already somewhere else. I signed. Not because I was calm, though everyone said I looked it. I signed because shock hollowed me out so completely that my hand moved before my mind caught up. The applause resumed, awkward, scattered, pitying, like they were clapping for the end of a play no one enjoyed. Hours later, the cold night outside bit into my cheeks as I sat in my car, staring at the steering wheel. My phone buzzed, texts from coworkers, my brother, even my boss. But not from Elena. Not from the woman who once traced my wrinkles like they were sacred map lines. The truth wasn't the divorce. Not really. The truth had been whispering for months, disguised as late meetings, hushed phone calls, nights she fell asleep facing the far wall. I'd seen it, but I'd rationalized every sign like a man clinging to a fraying rope. I started the engine and drove, not home, but to the one place I didn't want to go, her daughter Lily's townhouse. Something about the way she'd smirked tonight, sharp, knowing, almost triumphant, needled at me. Her car was in the driveway, and parked right behind it Elena's. My stomach knotted. I walked up the steps, each footfall heavier than the last. Voices murmured behind the door, soft, intimate, familiar. I knocked. The door cracked open. Lily's eyes widened, then narrowed. Behind her, Elena appeared in sweatpants and a t-shirt I didn't recognize. Her hair was damp from a shower. My jaw tightened. "Just tell me," I said. "Tell me why." Silence stretched. Then Elena exhaled, defeated. "It wasn't supposed to happen like this," she whispered. Lily's expression softened, toward Elena, not me. "Mom didn't want to hurt you." Hurt me? The betrayal hit with full force only then, a weight that nearly buckled my knees. This wasn't a secret lover. This wasn't a coworker. This wasn't even about infidelity in the way I'd imagined. It was emotional, codependent, twisted. Elena stepped forward, eyes brimming. "I never wanted another husband," she said, voice cracking. "I wanted a partner, but I didn't realize until too late that the only person I felt truly safe with was my daughter." A different kind of betrayal, one rooted in emotional entanglement, blurred roles, and loyalties that had never included me. "So, I was temporary," I whispered. She flinched. "You were stability. A bridge. And then you were going to retire, and suddenly everything felt too real." There it was, the twist of the knife.
I wasn't leaving my job.
I was leaving the one role she needed me to fill, the placeholder. I stepped back from the doorway, the cold air sweeping between us like a final verdict. "Thank you," I said quietly. They looked confused, both of them. "Not for the betrayal," I added. "For the clarity. Because sometimes the truth doesn't set you free with warmth or relief. Sometimes it frees you with destruction. Clean, sharp, undeniable. Like signing your name at your own celebration while the people you loved most applaud your ending."